Friendship is a strange and wonderful thing, but for a community to truly thrive, especially one as diverse as ours, it needs a few ground rules. That's the story of Havenine, a bustling space station home to countless species from every corner of the galaxy. It's a tale about how a human diplomat with a calm voice and permanent eye bags, Commander Soren Hale, brought everyone together to write their own future. He gathered them, the feathered, the furred, the scaled, the chitin-plated, and even the gelatinous into the station's massive meeting hall. He stepped onto the central platform, the lights dimming around him, and cleared his throat. The words he spoke would echo through the corridors of Havenine forever. "Welcome, all residents," he said. "Today, we write our first community guidelines, not to restrict one another, but to lift one another." A holographic screen flickered to life, displaying the very first principle: respect differences, even the strange ones. A low murmur rippled through the crowd. Soren explained. "We come from worlds where the sky is red, or green, or even liquid. We eat different foods. We speak in 1,000 different ways. Some of you think a good joke is a declaration of war. Others think a war cry is a friendly greeting." He glanced at a shimmering, gelatinous blob in the second row. "And some of you," he added with a slight smile, "communicate only by vibrating the floor tiles." The blob hummed, a sound of clear approval. "Here," Soren declared, "differences aren't problems, they're treasures. So we learn, we ask, and we listen." The second rule appeared on the screen. No harassment, no threats, no intimidation. A few of the Hulkin Kloban warriors exchanged nervous, guilty glances. Their species had a unique way of showing affection through aggressive snarling, a custom that, understandably, didn't always translate well to others. A tiny avian elder fluttered its wings nervously nearby. Soren clarified gently, "It means genuine threats and cruelty have no place here. If your culture expresses friendliness in a loud manner, just give everyone a little heads up first." The claw-born chieftain, a formidable figure, raised a massive clawed fist. "We agree," he rumbled. "We'll snarl. Softly. Softly." The entire hall vibrated with laughter, a universal language of understanding. "Next up, share the space." Life on Havenine was vibrant, but its facilities were limited. There was only one training hall, one hydro garden, one meditation dome, and a single, highly coveted gravity-free recreational chamber that everyone was constantly fighting over. "Community," Soren explained, his voice echoing in the hall, "means taking turns." A 6-armed Rhinari stood up, its many hands waving for attention. "What if someone never gives up their turn?" it asked. Soren's reply was simple. "We remind them of the guidelines, and if they still refuse," he gestured towards a stout maintenance droid standing quietly in a corner. The droid extended a broom with a surprisingly menacing flick. "The broom escort will assist." Their matter was settled. Everyone agreed immediately. The fourth guideline was perhaps the most crucial. Assume good intent, but communicate clearly. Misinterpretation was the #1 cause of interspecies conflict on the station. There was the infamous incident where a human offered a handshake to a reptilian diplomat, not realizing the gesture meant "I challenge your brood for dominance." Or the time a fluffy human child tried to hug a warrior whose species considered hugs a prelude to a brutal battle. The resulting chase spanned 3 entire decks. "Havenine cannot operate on guesswork," Soren stated firmly. "If something confuses you, ask. If someone misreads your action, explain. Always assume good intent first, but never, ever stay silent." The 5th rule caused an immediate uproar. "No weapons in common areas." A Titan-sized Brecker warrior shouted. "Weapons are honor," from the other side of the room. A rodent-sized Lunarling, clutching a plasma cartridge, squeaked. "Weapons are snacks." Soren raised a calming hand to quiet the rising chaos. "Weapons aren't banned," he clarified. "They just need to be stored safely. You can bring your honor and your snacks with you, just go. Bring your laser cannons to the cafeteria. A wave of relief and nods swept through the crowd. It was a compromise everyone could live with. A soft-spoken, aquatic alien, floating in a personal containment field, drifted forward. "What of the young?" it whispered, its voice like gentle currents. "The elderly. The fragile ones, whose shells crack so easily." This led to the sixth guideline. Protect the vulnerable. Soren smiled warmly. We protect them all. There will be no exploitation, no bullying. Everyone here matters, from the smallest, flickering spark being to the largest, most formidable war beast. Across the hall, the war beast in question wiggled its ears with pride. Finally, the seventh and last guideline appeared. Celebrate, don't divide. Soren projected images from the past week onto the screen. They showed mixed species cooking lessons, shared storytelling nights under simulated starlight, and wild, joyful zero-gravity dance circles. There was even a clip from a chaotic karaoke attempt that nearly ruptured a viewport. These moments, Soren said, his voice filled with emotion, are what make Haven 9 worth living in. We celebrate together, not apart. Disagreements will happen, that's life, but they don't have to end us. When Soren finished, a profound silence fell over the hall. It was a silence filled with thought, with consideration, with hope. Then, the chieftain of the Glowborn stood, his chest heaving with emotion. "Human Soren Halle," he declared, his voice booming with respect. "These guidelines honor every clan, every heart. We will uphold them." And then, a beautiful thing happened. One by one, every species in the hall raised a limb, a fin, a tendril, a wing, or a pseudopod, in a universal gesture of agreement. A new community had been born. It wasn't perfect. It wasn't always going to be peaceful. But it was built on a foundation of respect, curiosity, and incredible courage. With these simple but powerful guidelines, Haven 9 became something truly rare in the galaxy, a place where anyone, no matter how different, could finally belong. That's a powerful lesson, isn't it? That the strongest communities are built not on sameness, but on celebrating what makes us unique. Thanks for watching, and if you enjoyed this story, don't forget to like and subscribe for more tailies from across the universe.